next statement that comes under this jump statements, that is a continue. Continue is again a keyword. Yes, just like a break, we can insert that continue word inside a loop. How it works? See, whenever we use break inside any loop, then that break will stop the execution of that loop instantly whenever that break encounters, and we have to use that break keyword with if condition. Okay, similarly continue is again a keyword that we can place inside a loop with if. Now what is the use or what is the purpose of using this continue? This continue is again changing or modifying the flow, normal flow of that loop. Okay, means it again interrupts the normal flow of loop. For that we can use this continue again. That's why again it is called as a jump statement. Now this skips some statements. It means if any condition is true, in that case it can be used to skip some part of the loop to be executed, and just it will shift the control towards next iteration. It will not stop the execution of the loop. See how it works. For that, first I will just give you one example. Now see, we can do the program to display even numbers between 1 to 10 using continue statement. How? Initially there is one counter variable we have to take 1 to 10. What are the even numbers between 1 to 10? Like 2 is a even number between 2, then 4, then 6, 8 and 10. These are the even numbers between 1 to 10. Suppose we want to display this onto the screen as output, like even numbers between 1 to 10. Then we can use normal flow, like only while statement. Without continue also we can do this. Okay, but to get understanding of this continue keyword, I have done this program with the help of continue. Without using continue, how we can do this? Simple initialization we will do, like let counter is a I, then initially value of I will be 1, because we have to just display even numbers between 1 to 10 here. There are multiple logics in that. I am explaining one, that is I is equals to 1 while I less than equal to 10, because in between 1 to 10 we have to check. Okay, that's why I will write like this. Here I equals to 1 and I is less than equal to 10, and every time we will increment that value of I. Means I will change from 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10 in this way. Now here if I is even, then display it. If it is not even, then don't display it. In this way we can do the program, like if I modulus 2 is equal to 0. In this case, what you can say that it is a even number, then display. Otherwise, don't do anything. Now here we can do the program using while in this way. Initially value of I is 1. Up to 10 we have to repeat this task. That's why I is less than equal to 10 I have placed. In that case, counter's value will be, we are incrementing counter's value each time by 1. That means counter will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this way. But if that counter's value is even, then only we have to display it onto the screen, because we want this type of output should be displayed onto the screen as a even numbers between 1 to 10. That's why we will check whether that I is even or not. How to check? If it is divisible by 2, then we can display that I. Otherwise, don't display. Otherwise, don't do anything. We have only used here if, not else. Getting? And every time I should be incremented. In this way we can do this program without using continue. But to get understanding of that continue keyword, how it acts, I have written this program with the help of continue. See, initially I is 0. Every time I should get incremented. That's why initially I have make it as a 0, and every time initially only I am incrementing that counter's value. See, here I is equal to 0. Here I is less than equal to 10. 0 is less than equal to 10, yes it is true. And now I plus 1. I modulus 2 is not equal to 0, then continue. I have written in this way. Not equals to 0, then continue. Means if it is odd, then continue the next iteration by skipping the remaining part of that loop. This is the meaning of continue. Means if this condition is true, then continue. Means what? Continue means just skip the remaining part of that loop, whatever written, whatever statements Don't execute those statements after that continue. Whenever this continue encounters, automatically control will be shifted here. It will start the next iteration. Normal iteration is how, if there is no, this one is not there, then it will execute this statement, again it will go here, again check for the condition, again execute the statements, again check the condition. In this way, this is the normal execution. All statements written inside that loop body will get executed normally, but I am changing that normal flow here, and I can change that with the help of continue. Now how this continue acts, whenever that I is a odd number, means I modulus 2 is not equal to 0. In that case, we don't want to display that I, because we just want to display even numbers only. If it is odd, then continue, then just start the next iteration. If it is even, then this condition will become false. Control will come here and will display whatever value of I. In this way, only continue will act. How? See, initially value of I is 0. Now here 0 is less than equal to 10 is true. I plus plus means 1. I modulus 2 is not equal to 0. 1 modulus 2 is not equal to 0. Now this is true. 1 modulus 2 is not equal to 0. It is 1, not equal to 0. This condition will be true in this case. If the number is odd number, in all for all I, value of I, if it is odd, then this condition will remain true. See, I modulus 2, 1 modulus 2 is not equal to 0. This condition is true now. That's why continue. Continue means it will skip execution. Whatever, suppose there are multiples here, there is only one statement. Whatever number of statements here will not execute. That control will not execute those statements and will just go here. And now I is less than equal to 10. Again 1 is less than equal to 10. No problem. Here I plus plus. Now I is 2. And here it will check whether I modulus 2 is not equal to 0. Now it is false. That's why it will not execute this continue part and will come here. And will display whatever value of I, that is 2. We will get 2 displayed onto the screen. Next I will be 3. In that case, whenever I is 2, again this condition is true and now I will be 3. In that case also I modulus 2 not equal to 0. 3 modulus 2 not equal to 0. Yes, it is true. 3 modulus 2 is not equal to 0. Only if the number is even, then only in that case this condition will be false. And that's why control will come here and will execute this statement. That's why for 3, again this condition is true. Continue. Don't execute this part, whatever remaining part of that loop, just skip that and go for next iteration. Again 3 is less than equal to 10, again I will become 4 and it will check for the condition. Now in this case this condition will become false. That's why this part will not get executed. This continue is only one statement inside this if. Just if there is only one statement, then you can skip this block, brace. Okay, now printf I, it will print whatever value of I, that is 4. In this way you will get all the even numbers displayed onto the screen by writing program in this way. With the help of continue also we can do the same program, but it is better to use this one. Okay, if there is continue is actually rarely used, break is mostly used. Okay, break is mostly used in most programming situations. Break is most useful, more powerful, and this is rarely used, but we can skip the some part of iteration using this continue as per check as on the basis of condition. We have to check for the condition. If it is true, then we can write continue. Only continue is not allowed to write. With condition you have to write continue. Again for break also same rule will be applicable. Now this is continue statement that is used to skip the rest of the part of the iteration and go towards next iteration. Means if there is any loop, okay, like let it is while, inside anywhere continue statement is there. Suppose there are 3-4 statements before continue and 3-4 statements after continue. If you have to place any condition here, this is the syntax actually. If this condition is true, then continue will get executed. Continue means just skip whatever execution of this part for that iteration only. Skip that part and go towards the next iteration. Again just start the normal flow of execution. Again these statements will get executed, again this condition is true, suppose, again continue, again it will go here by skipping the rest of the part of the that loop for execution. Next, if this condition is false, then just this will not get executed, control will be directly come here and will execute that part. In this way continue will act. Okay, continue, when break is used in the same way to come out of the loop instantly, it will terminate the execution of the loop, and continue will terminate only that iteration. Okay, this is the difference between break and continue. Break will terminate the execution of that loop only, and continue will terminate the execution of that iteration only, current iteration. Getting? This is the difference. Now in this way continue can be used